Okay, so there's this new release from OpenAI that is called Deep Research, and basically what it's supposed to do is that it's supposed to create for you a do like a whole big research. So what I asked it basically is that I'm studying for PD1 certification and I want to have an overview of all Apex related topics, right? And then I said that I want to learn from people and blogs, not from just Trailhead, and because I want to see what other people write. And I also said for it to be actionable. And it asked me a few questions like, "Are you a beginner? What kind of tutorials you like?" I said I'm a beginner, even though I'm not. But let's uh, let's say I am beginner. And I said that I feel less confident about triggers and I want to have hands-on. Uh, and let's see if it is able to do it. Right now, I don't even see it starting. Okay, is it going or what's going on? OpenAI, hello, hello. Um, let's try to refresh it. Let's see. This is the okay. So it is actually going. All right. I'm very curious about how it's gonna basically create everything. But what we can see here is that it's kind of thinking through, right? I'm ensuring detail. Okay, it's searching for the platform developer one exam topics. All right. So first, it's gonna search for what kind of topics it needs, right? Endpoint. Okay. Um, the search yields vague guidance and inconsistent sources, including unhelpful tweets. That's interesting. That's very interesting. All right. Then it goes for search for Salesforce fundamental exam topics. Well, that's not the right thing to focus on. Okay. Search for platform developer one exam guide. I hope it's not going to search for dumps. Otherwise, we're going to ban this thing from searching. Okay. So it's scrolling through developers, salesforce.com. Okay. Not the best in my opinion thing to search for. Okay. So you can see it's compiling here the sources, right? And here we have the activities. Um, and let's see how it's gonna go. So basically the idea is that it releases the agent and this agent can go and collect for you information that would otherwise take you many hours to collect, right? And I tested it out on different fields. I already tested it out with my girlfriend on biology, and she said it's okayish, it's decent. I tested it out already. I can show you here while it's doing, because I kind of think that it's gonna go for quite a bit. It can be minutes, it can be even hours, to be honest. That's what I heard. I'd never seen it running for the whole hour, but I kind of think that it for such a big guide, it kind of needs a little bit more of time. So let me show you what I had here before, what I used it for. I used it. I asked here basically, can you create for me a research for all the new features that are relevant in this release right now? And I asked it specifically for stuff that people talk about, right? Because you can always, like, sometimes you can read an article about the new release in Salesforce, and it's gonna be like, like vague. It's gonna be like, ooh, there's so many Apex enhancement, blah blah blah. But what you actually care as a Salesforce developer or junior developer is that like someone who actually works with the Salesforce development tells you what he or she is excited about, not so much about like what is coming out, stuff like whatever. Uh, Salesforce produces a lot of different things, and not many of them are super interesting. So I asked it here, and this is what it gave me as a result, right? So it said that okay, for Apex we have native zip file compression, which I agree, it's quite cool. Then we have dynamic formula evaluation in Apex, which is also quite cool, and I like it. And we have higher Apex limits. This I don't think is particularly interesting, but okay. Then we have scheduled jobs, and then we have changes also to the LWC. And I think this is the biggest thing. This here thing. I've been waiting for this for years. And the interesting thing that this OpenAI deep research, it also explains what's happening there. Like under the hood, the dev server uses WebSocket for each MR, which I never really thought about this, right? So it's also having here the sources, so you need to check all the time. If you're using this, you really need to check what they're writing, right? Because LLMs, no matter how good it is, it's still gonna hallucinate, and you don't know if what it wrote is actually correct. But look how much it wrote, and you can just read through it, and I think it's really, really cool because it would take a lot of time to compile all of this, right? So I think it's really, really, really nice, right? If you want to research a topic, you can just ask it, okay, so uh, can you give me the information about this topic? And it's gonna go on and collect a lot of information, and it's really cool. What I really liked, and I need to check this, that CLI enhancement, and we get something like force tree export, and all of this. So this is interesting, and especially it's interesting about GraphQL. So I didn't know about this. So this is something new. So yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I learned something new. And what it also writes here, keep in mind that tools like Salesforce CLI, Code Analyzer, and VS Extension, they follow their own release cadence. I probably knew it. I just never thought about it. I never like consciously thought about this in my mind. So it's really, really good. I liked it. Obviously, it's not a research, like you're not gonna request it to write a PhD or something, but it's still kind of cool. So let's see if it managed to create for us a whole plan. And you see, no, it's still going. It has 20 sources. Okay, crazy. So it's really, really cool. And it's searching read blogs proficient. What is this blog? Let's have a look at the blog. Oh, what the hell is that? I don't think. Wait, it's okay. So there is Salesforce. Interesting. Well, it's very. It's not the source I would ever go for. So it's an interesting choice for for the research assistant, right? Let's see. So I'm gonna pause until it's gonna be done, and then I'm gonna resume the video. Okay, it looks like it's finally done. So let's have a look. Oh wow, gosh, that's quite big. Also, on a side note, it's using the new O3 model. So I think no matter what model you're gonna choose here, it's gonna use O3, the full model, from what I understand. Right, so it thought for 10 minutes. Not very quick, so it's interesting. Let's see. So here's what it says. Apex variables and data types, which is a right point to start. A lot of people start with the stuff like methods, but no, the first topic you should learn if you're learning Apex, no matter is it PD1 preparation or any other preparation, you need to learn types and variables. All right. So it didn't do it as a table, to be honest, but okay, let's have a look at this. So Apex is a strongly typed object-oriented language. Apex supports blah blah blah. So it's basically creating a full guide, which is fine. I mean, you can also understand my query in that way. I wanted more like an overview, but a guide is also good. So it's even better, I would say. So what do we have here? Integer double boolean date, okay. Has ID type, actionable learning task. In your Salesforce developer console, open the execute anonymous window, practice declaring variables of various types and using them. For example, declare an integer, a string, a boolean, sign value. Nice. This is actually really, really, really great. And we have some kind of video. Let's click at the video. Okay.
Apex enables developers to add business logic to more understand actions. Next, coming to the default initialized to AAD. It is
Right.
basic.
So I mean, yeah, this is I think it's a nice introduction video. Okay. Really good. Okay, so then we're going to the Apex control flow. And yeah, if else, this is really, really good. So yeah, this is really good because the next thing that you need to learn, I usually go for methods. You can go for either if or yeah, I usually go for methods, right? It's not perfect here, but it's fine. I think it's a good thing. Let's see what. Okay, the next we have lists and sets. Awesome. I mean, yeah, this is nice. Apex classes and object-oriented concepts. I would move it more somewhere else. So I would move it somewhere else. Like I would move it more into the first and second point. But the key here is that it creates a really, really nice overview how you can approach those things, right? So I think it's really, really great. What's that? Apex classes and objects for beginners. Huh. Okay. So this just does not exist. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, this is, you need to check those those things. Okay. So then SOQL query, which is good, DML, nice. That's the way you need to approach it. Then Apex triggers. Okay. All right. Context variables, bulkification. This is awesome. And you know what you can do with this? You can take this thing and you can have it as an input, right? So you can save it as a PDF or something, and then you can go and see all the keywords that you see here, like for example bulkification, and then you Google the bulkification, or you can even ask it to research for you the bulkification in more detail, right? So this is pretty good. This is really good. This is really, really good. Okay, Apex triggers, bulkification, all right. It's pretty big. Like, look, exception handling. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I mean, you need it for PD1. Yes, you do need it for PD1 actually. Okay. So we have debugging, testing. Testing is a big topic for PD1, so you do need to have it. Okay. Pretty good as well. Pretty good as well. Visual Force and Apex controllers. Yes, this is, unfortunately, this is a big part of of PD1. I have a whole video on this, so you can watch it. By the way, the Visual Force video. Yeah, yeah. So what do we have here? Security best practices. Okay. Yes. 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 All right. That's all. That's all. I mean, okay. So this is not the most insane guide or something, right? But it would take you at least a couple of hours to compile everything that you need here, right? And we can also ask for it, like for different stuff here, right? So we can ask for more, we can go deeper into certain topics. So I think if you're studying for any Salesforce certification, I think you can use this deep search to actually go and do review for you, like research for a certain topic, and I think it's gonna work very well. So it's kind of mind blowing, those AI things that OpenAI produces. All right, thank you. See you.